2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with my esteemed colleagues, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Golden State Warriors as they play against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And for Cleveland, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark. Former #1 pick expectation to live up to, Kenny, but he's matched.
Always well. Who gives a I gotta say I made a couple $1 million last year. Ain't she in love with a G, so she tatted my name.
Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg. A contest between conferences, Oracle. Arena, Oakland, California, where the Warriors take their home floor. Good. Curry's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And they get the first bucket of the game on that one.
I tell you what, fellas, I'm anticipating a good one here.
What a year for the Warriors. Clark won their division for the first time in 39 years, ran away with the very tough Western Conference.
And there were a number of surprises last season, Kevin, but the Warriors were at the top of the list. I mean, I don't think anybody, including you and I, pegged them to be as good as they were.
Especially the way the finals began.
Exactly.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. So on the floor for Cleveland, J.R. Smith and LeBron at the 2 and 3. Kevin Love out there with Thompson. And it's Irving at the 1 spot. That doesn't fall. Can't drop his first shot.
And the Warriors won 51 games back in 2014, improved that mark by 16 wins last season. Among teams that won at least 50 games in the previous year, that 16-game improvement was an NBA record for the Warriors.
Curry's gone 2 for 2 so far from 3. Smith drives in, and he goes in for the dunk.
The one-hand tomahawk for you, folks. That's automatic highlight reel material.
That got their entire bench right up and out of their chair.
And Kevin, how about the reaction from his teammates, not just on the bench? Look at the guys even in the game.
It goes without saying the Warriors set franchise records all over the place with their play. Their win total being the highest ever. But also of note was it was the first time they've won 50 games in back-to-back seasons. They seem to truly have arrived as a top-notch franchise in this current state of the NBA.
Clark, their offense has been great here.
Yeah, I love the way they've looked really strong and together.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
Here's Smith. Harrison Barnes picking up that last basket.
Boy, you got to love that assist by LeBron.
Barnes. Thompson with the rebound.
And sometimes he can hit that deep three, but it's not a high percentage shot for him.
Yeah, even for him, that's out of his range.
Wallace with it. Guarded now by Barnes. Out of bounds. Golden State takes possession.
You know, that's hard to explain that play. I mean, I guess room that he did.
Curry attacking from deep. Thompson with the rebound. The Cavaliers trail by 6. Here's Irving. Whistle blows. That's going to be a travel.
There's a couple of very shaky possessions in a row. One turnover right on top of the other.
Time to just slow it down, make the simple play, and get a good shot.
Look out, and then you throw him stuff like that. You go home by? How does it even go in? He pulls a Houdini.
Oh, goodness. And guys, Steph Curry, the rare point guard who's almost as effective playing off the ball as he is on it. And the Warriors have really emphasized that as he's evolved as a player, bringing in a lot of playmakers who can set him up coming off screen.
Some nice passing by Golden State here. Thompson for 3. Does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. LeBron with it. Now Green defending. And Love gets it to go.
There's a chance he could have a big game if they don't D him up more tightly on the perimeter.
Stolen by Thompson. for three. Kicks it to Irving. The three. And LeBron James with the three. LeBron's got his first 3 points of the game.
What are you going to do defensively? Such separation with the height advantage in that matchup.
And again, it's the Warriors missing. Here's Smith. And the shot is long.
Well, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
The three from Barnes. It's rebounded by Cleveland. There's 1:26 left here in the opening quarter. And the dunk by James.
My goodness, he sure can get off the ground.
One of the best in the business for sure. You're right.
I tell you what, he is an imposing finisher around the rim. He makes it a little too easy.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
You know, the Cavs had a slow start to last season compared to how everybody thought they would play. Still, it was the best start for Kevin Love in his career and would end up being the most winning team he's played on. Says something about how long he's waited for success.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Bazili's checked in for Bogut. Spates comes in for Draymond Green. Andre Iguodala. He's checked in for Harrison Barnes. And it's Barbosa in for Curry. Iguodala dishes to Barbosa. Spates the pass to Thompson. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. And Love, who would also go on to make his first postseason appearance, played in the first round last year. It was a complete 180 for him in what he was used to at Minnesota.
And even though there were ups and downs for Love last season, you know that he must have enjoyed winning for a change. And being in the league so long without making the playoffs, he finally got a chance to play in the postseason.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. The Warriors lead it. Moving it up. And so the ball's out of bounds. Shumpert touched it last.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
12 seconds left here in the first quarter. Mozgov with the steal. With the fadeaway. Can't get it to go. And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. The Warriors on top. We caught up with Kyrie Irving earlier, and he talked a little bit about expectations for himself and his teammates.
We expect so much out of it.
Kyrie reminding us that it's not just the expectations of the fans and the media he and LeBron deal with, but also, and Clark, perhaps the most demanding of all, are the expectations they've got for each other.
Yeah, that's a great point. I mean, two guys who expect so much of themselves to start with, who naturally have a vision of how great the other guy should be. I mean, they're constantly trying to manage expectations while still demanding the best from each other. And that's a lot of fun to watch.
And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Warriors.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
Ian Clark out there with Livingston. Then there's Festus Ezeli. Then there's Draymond Green. And it's Rush in at the 3 slot. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland. Love comes in for Channing Frye.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
Cavs were poised to make a huge run last year in the playoffs. Swept the Celtics in the first round, but it cost them.
Yeah, and even though they did get that sweep, they lose Kevin Love for the rest of the way. And that put a big hurdle in their quest for the title.
Dellavedova kicks to Love. Rush with the steal. Ahead. Here's Green. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play chance here. Andrew Bogut. He's checked in for Festus Ezeli. Irving's checked in for the Cavaliers. And when you look at Draymond Green, he's not a guy who will wow you with his numbers or his athleticism, Clark. He brings a lot of intangibles, though, and I remember talking early in his career with Tom Izzo at Michigan State saying those exact things, that he gives you so much more than just what you see.
And his current coach and our former partner, Steve Kerr, raves about it. He's the heart and soul of the Warriors, in Steve's words. Guys, you know, you're not going to hit that shot too often. That's high risk.
Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off.
Some changes for Golden State. Harrison Barnes comes in for Brandon Rush. And Curry subbed in for Ian Clark. That's a 2 from Dellavedova. The shot is off. So Golden State will take it the other way.
You know, you talk about Green's enthusiasm for the game. He's constantly talking, whether defensively or even in an opponent's ear. He's a vocal presence. And also another example of how a guy can make an impact without necessarily having it show up in the stat sheet.
The Cavaliers trail by 4. The drive by James. Thompson dishes to Dellavedova. Pass to Love. Irving kicks to Dellavedova. And another miss by Cleveland.
And also, don't discount his leadership. Draymond Green's been a vocal leader his entire career. Even as a rookie, he wasn't afraid to challenge his teammates. And that competitive spirit, guys, can be contagious.
James, no good.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
And the Warriors with some changes. Spates checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Green, and it's Klay Thompson in for Sean Livingston. Channing Frye's checked in for Cleveland. Smith comes in for Matthew Dellavedova. No good from Frye, and it's Golden State's ball. They're on a 10-2 run here. Andre Iguodala with the slam.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
And on the way from Irving for 3. Love the pass to James. And on the way from Irving for 3. And it's Klay Thompson with the rebound. Thompson's got his 3rd rebound on the night. What range on that shot.
Unbelievable.
It's amazing. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. And the Cavaliers with some changes. Mozgov comes in for Kevin Love. And Shumpert in there for James. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. So, timeout.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor and isolate up top.
Nothing's hurt.
He's been locked in from deep. They're giving him too much breathing room and definitely paying the price for it.
The Cavaliers trail by 9. Cleveland with a very strong year last year. They were a very solid team on the road, as most LeBron-led teams are.
Yeah, he's a special guy in terms
goodness.
of how he can elevate other players. Didn't start out hot on the road, but eventually got it together and ended up 22-19 away from home.
Launches a three. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the lead.
Timeout called Cleveland. So many great statistics are available to demonstrate just how dominant the Warriors were last season. My favorite is their point differential.
You know, to be able to beat your opponent by double digits on average is something only 8 teams have been able to do in the history of the league.
It's amazing. Change here. Aziri's checked in, and the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Kevin Love's checked in for Mozgov. LeBron comes in for Channing Frye. Jones checked in for Shumpert, and it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irvin.
Guys, the Warriors ended the year at just over a 10-point differential per game. I mean, still that number is staggering when you think of what it takes to achieve.
Look at that shot! How did that go in?
How about that?
Oh! Three-pointer, and Stephen Curry another 3. Curry's got 21.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith. Some changes for Golden State. Brandon Rush is checked in for Iguodala. And Ian Clark subbed in for Curry. Warriors leading by 7. Thompson for the triple. The offensive rebound. It's stolen. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And it's Smith missing.
It's not winning basketball when you're attempting shots like that.
Yeah, come on now. You got to remember it's a team game. He's got 4 teammates out there with him. I don't think he needs to try to do it all by himself like that. He has yet to get into the flow of this game. His teammates have done their part, but they need him to pick his game up.
That'll do it for the first half. Warriors lead by 7. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Yes, Kevin, thank you. I'm with Klay Thompson.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. The first half was all about Stephen Curry. His three-point stroke was a thing of beauty. He was very consistent, knocked down 7 times. And that'll do it for now as the second half of our game is about to get underway. Kevin Harlan has the call.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway. Really an incredible game from Stephen Curry.
Always been a dynamic scorer, and we saw in that first half the entire repertoire on display.
Yeah, he's a hard man to keep down, and so far they haven't found the answer for him. I don't know if there is an answer for him, quite honestly.
So on the floor for Cleveland, Dellavedova and Smith are the guard tandem. Kevin Love out there with LeBron James, and it's Jones in at the small forward position. Early on last year, it was clear Steph Curry was just on another level. Was an MVP candidate right from the start of the season, and he would eventually be voted that award.
And I thought very deserving. You could see how he elevated his play, and so many of us, and so much talk focuses on what he does offensively. Though he was ahead of the snake of a terrific defensive group for Golden State a season ago, and that's one reason why he ended up being the MVP.
And with Curry winning his first NBA MVP award, he played the fewest minutes by an MVP in league history, mostly because his team was up by so much, he got to sit a number of fourth quarters.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers. And with Curry and the MVP, there was some pressure with Hart. Relatively close voting, but Curry was the clear winner. Hard to argue with the season he had, leading his team to 67 wins last year.
From deep three-point range, and James pulls it down. The Cavaliers trail by 6. Smith gets it to go on the assist from Dellavedova.
Let's go.
And that's now 11 points for Smith.
They're doing work here in the second half. 3 or 4 to start. Now, you know what? I think he thinks he can make a few improvements to how things are going on right now.
Yeah, and you know, coaches always are looking for ways to tweak things and change it up a little bit, no matter what the situation is. That's what coaches do.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
And the Warriors making a change here. Livingston's checked in. Curry. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
1 for 4 from the field since halftime. They're having a tough time getting it going here.
And that's not the best of shot selection there. The defense definitely won that possession.
Yeah, I think in that case, you've got to go.
How did he hit that shot?
I don't believe what I just saw right there, Cam.
Warriors leading by 7.
Well, you know, last season, Steve Kerr came into a good situation, but a touch awkward. The team wasn't 100% on board with the firing of the previous coach, but he won them over in a hurry.
Jones for 3. Again, the miss by Jones. The Warriors have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter, 50% from the field. Curry. What range on that shot? It's amazing. Jones, no one around him. Again, the miss by Jones.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
Bogut dishes to Curry. From deep. No good. The Cavaliers trail by 12. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
And he lobs it up toward the rim, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And the basket by Jones.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Curry. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Curry's got 38 points.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
And here's James outside. Green with the block. And there's the pass to Livingston. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. Livingston's got his first points of the game.
And he is the ultimate when it comes to being a floor leader on the offensive end.
Yeah, you know, he's got a little bit of Greg Anthony in it. He has been that leader today. I think he's done a really nice job of moving the ball and distributing done.
Well, Clark, I'm glad you referenced specifically why you thought he had a little Greg Anthony. I thought you were talking about my knees, my man. he looked a little hobbled out there for a moment.
Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Harrison Barnes. Leandro Barbosa, he's checked in for Sean Livingston. And Ian Clark subbed in for Steph Curry.
And it's strange to think that early last year, all the talk in the media was about the in-house fighting on the Cavs. It goes to show just how much better things are for a team when they're winning.
Some nice passing by Golden State here. A one near Iguodala as he lets it go. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
This defense is giving their shooters free rein to operate from behind the arc.
And when you allow shooters to get in a rhythm, then you're going to have problems because they can hit it even when you start to defend it with intensity.
Well, as rough as the Cavs might have started the season, Clark, they were all at peace near the end. Things turned around certainly after the All-Star break. Had their amazing playoff run, great momentum, and that confidence showed every game they played.
Really did, and I thought the big three found a way to come together nicely and smooth out the rough spots, and James, Irvin, and Love ended up being the highest scoring trio in the league last year.
The Cavaliers trail by 12. There's the triple. And it's Spates with the rebound.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
But they get it back. From deep three-point range, Warriors the rebound. From deep. Can't hit. James. Shot is off.
You ready? All right, let's go.
And as we end the third quarter, a double.
Okay, fans.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Thompson is the 2 with Barnes at the 3. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. And it's Curry in at the point guard. That's the Warriors 5. Love kicks to Jones. The fader. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Green's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
No hesitation at all on that alley-oop. Saw his teammate with the path to the hoop, and bang! Lobbed it right up there for him.
And he was ready for it, elevated, made the catch. You saw the result.
And you know what, though? I like the fact that he still chose that conservative finish there, just making sure he got the deuce.
Curry with it. Guarded now by Kevin Love. From deep. Curry can't get it to go. The Cavaliers trail by 14. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin. And he had one in the first as well. He can be dangerous. Keep an eye on him.
From deep three-point range, the long-distance three is buried. Curry's got 41.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
We all know about the Splash Brothers, but it seems everyone on Golden State now can hit a 3. They set a franchise record and made threes last year at 883 triples.
Incredible. Wow. I mean, they can stretch you out as well as anyone, and it's why they are so good going small. I mean, they did lead the league in three-point percentage last year, making almost 40% of those threes.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Cleveland's head coach was saying to his team. He was emphatic. We're not getting it done, fellas. We've simply got to step up, get engaged, and try to battle back. Guys, we'll see if the pep talk gets them going.
We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter.
For the Warriors, guys, not only did they lead the league in three-point percentage, they also hit about 45% of their three-point attempts from the corner. That's the highest percentage 3 on the court.
Love kicks to Smith. That falls. Great assist by Love. Smith's got it back down to single digits for Cleveland.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Here's Curry. 3 from the inbound, and he gets the bucket. Curry's got 44.
And how about 45% from the corner 3? That is absurd, especially when you consider that the Warriors would put it up from anywhere. You look at the numbers from last year, and what this team did from beyond the arc was simply phenomenal.
And another 3 for Golden State.
And what's gotten into him today? This is getting ridiculous.
Left side, Jones. Here's Dellavedova, guarded by Curry. Pass to Dellavedova. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. takes the three, and another three for Golden State. And a moment here to take a look at some of the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ball game.
Yeah, but they've also done a great job of playing in space, getting out in transition every opportunity. And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant home. Look out, and then you throw him stuff like that. You go, oh my, how does it even go in? He pulls a Houdini.
Oh, my goodness. And, guys, nice to see Bogut out there given all the injuries that he's had to overcome in his career. Just glad to see him at full strength.
And the Cavaliers call time here. You know, Bogut, as I recall, Clark was so distraught by those injuries that at one point he thought he might retire.
Yeah, he gave some serious thoughts of packing it in after the 2013 season, Kevin. Luckily for his team, though, he worked through it and is as strong as ever at the defensive end.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. The wide open look for Love. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Warriors leading by 22. Here's Curry with the three, and a clear foul there as he shot the triple. He'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
You know, Curry is playing extremely well. And talk about the three ball for him. Wow, unbelievable from long distance.
There have been some fireworks from deep today. Boy, he is just dangerous out there.
Boy, I tell you, the Warriors did something that no other team had ever done before. They ended the regular season ranked first in field goal percentage and field goal percentage defense. Essentially, they were the best offensive and defensive team in the league. Remarkable.
Barnes kicks to Curry. From deep three-point range, the long-distance three is buried. Curry's got 59 points.
They've gotten a bunch of good looks and have been absolutely lethal from behind the three-point line.
Yeah, defensively, you have got to close out and contest, even if it opens up some driving lanes. You can't give up those looks that often.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Last season for the Warriors really dominated from beginning to end to lead the league and break both offensive and defensive efficiency.
And, Kevin, a lot of people knew the Warriors were good at offense. I mean, but they've been equally as good defensively over the past few seasons, kind of flying under the radar for whatever reason. Not the case going forward.
And the Cavaliers call time here.
And they've gotten good looks, you know, so that's one reason they're frustrated. Maybe he can come up with something to get them an easy one, maybe get to the line.
Yeah, you know, that may be the answer for them. But you know what else, Greg? Ultimately, I think because they're getting good shots, they'll make a better percentage of them going forward.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Warriors.
But, Steve, you know, you don't see this kind of a blowout often. But tonight, this is a quality win across the board to deliver out, Clark, this kind of punishment.
Well, you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Curry. He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
Now a timeout called by Golden State. They're leading by 28. 1:14 left in the fourth quarter. 5 on the clock. Spates, and that one hits back iron.
That's exactly how you have to defend him. He's a guy that the D needs to be aware of at all times. Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
And there's the 8-second call.